Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Recruiter's Digest. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to implement social media in your recruiting efforts. And so let's first chat about why that's important. So the reality of the potential candidate pool out there for your open positions is that 73% of that candidate pool is in this category of passive candidates, meaning they're not actively searching for a new position, but if they'd be presented with something, they would seriously consider it. So they're not on Indeed, they're not on ZipRecruiter, but they are on their browsing platforms like Facebook and Instagram and other social media platforms. The reality is 81% of the US population either has an active Facebook or Instagram account. And so these platforms are the places where you can engage and get in front of this huge pool of passive candidates. So that's the importance of why you'd want to consider using social media in your recruiting efforts. Now let's talk about how would you start using social media if it's not a big part of your recruiting strategy right now. I like to break this down kind of into two categories to start with. You have organic social media, and then you also have paid social media. So organic social media is posting to your Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn page and consistently. So maybe a couple times a week, you're putting content out there on your page to engage existing followers to your page. So that is a great thing to do from a branding perspective and to keep content out there for people that are following your page. But the reality is you're still really going to be limited. Your reach is going to be really limited if that's the only strategy that you're using. What paid social media advertising does, it opens up this whole new audience where you can get in front of a very specific audience and attract candidates to your open position. Just think it's similar to like maybe a TV ad or a radio ad. You're putting an advertisement out there basically for everybody to see, and if it intrigues them, you can attract these passive candidates to your open positions. The reality is just social media is the most cost-effective place to get in front of a very targeted audience. So it's a great place to spend, like if you look at the comparison as far as like your return on investment from a recruiting perspective for like TV ads or radio ads versus social media ads, you're gonna see a lot higher ROI from social media ads just because it's so much more cost effective to get your message in front of that audience. So again, organic, paid, they're both super important. Paid really opens up a whole new audience for you. The thing I really like again about social media advertising is you get both of those elements of immediate increase in applicant flow, and you also get this great branding element out of it as well, because you're consistently, have your brand showing up in front of your targeted audience. So it's a lot, again, when I kind of compare, like a ZipRecruiter or a Indeed ad, where you're just kind of one of the million, open positions on those platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, other social media platforms. It's a lot more, you can stand out quite a bit more, and you're creating more of a brand effect with these platforms as well. And then again, at the same time, you're immediately increasing your applicant flow. So that's what we have for you in today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one.